Okay, I'm back now. After some minor technical difficulties, I went ahead and done the light brown and the tan fading. Like I said, with rust, the darker color is probably where it's ate up the most, and then it gets lighter as it goes into the body or into the paint. The fade of it does. I went ahead and finished up the colors, and I also went ahead and covered it with a coat or two of really good Testors Dull Coat. I love that stuff. I swear by it whenever it comes to rust. That is the best stuff ever. So, needless to say, here's the cab. As you can see, it looks like a big paintbrush mess, but that's fine. That's what you want. You don't want it pretty. You don't want it fancy. As you can tell, everything's faded. There is no definite lines because, like I said, this isn't a panel paint job. This isn't nothing like that. This is just an average, rust looking paint job. I'm nowhere near done. This is about 20 minutes into it, and that's what I've got so far. So let's continue. The next step will be salting it, and this is a very easy way to do. I really enjoy doing it this way. I enjoy this method a lot. So let's get into it, shall we? Alright, as you see here, there you go. Maybe you can see me now. I've got my cab. I take my spray bottle and I just lightly mist it with water. And what this does is it allows for the salt to stick to the cab. And I'll show you why that is important here in just a second. Then I'll take my bowl of salt here, showed you earlier, and I just start sprinkling it on. Drop it where you want rust really heavy. Don't be scared to put your fingers in it. It won't hurt. It don't bite. But it's just an overall good method. I learned this, like I said, from watching some of Dr. Cranky's videos, and he is a genius whenever it comes to doing this type of work. I thoroughly suggest if you think my method's a little bit different, go watch his, because I didn't use all of his method. I just happened to take what I needed and make my own method using some of the same techniques. I added a lot that he didn't, and he has a lot in his that I don't in mine. But as you can see, I'm just dumping the salt on. No indefinite design. Just pretty much just dump it on there and it's ready to go. Every once in a while, reach back and dump some off and dump it back on, whatever. Doesn't have to be perfect again. Like I said, this is a rust paint job. This is not a $300 or $400 candy paint job you do with your airbrush gun and take you a week to do. No, this ain't like that. This is something completely different. Go around and rust up all the holes, or put the salt on all the holes. Make sure everything's covered really good. Now after this step, the salt will have to dry. The average drying time is 24 to 48 hours. I do not do that because the simple fact I am impatient and I do not want to wait that long. Not gonna lie to you, that's just the way it is. I usually will set it in front of a heater or a hair dryer or something for about 5 to 10 minutes. Let the salt start getting good and white, and then it's usually ready to spray over because it's done. It's done absorbed all the water out of it. Whenever the salt starts getting white, all the water is absorbed. But as you can see, I just go around and put it on there. It's not meant to look pretty. It's not meant to be immaculate in any way. It's meant to look like hammered dog shit. Pardon my language, but that's just the honest truth. It's not meant to be anything out of the ordinary, you know. Dump in certain spots. You know, there'll be some places you'll have more rust than others, just like a real car. There's some places, you know, just like when you go look at an old Impala or an old truck sitting out in the field, some of them will have rusted all the hell and back rockers. Some of them only have one rocker missing, rusted, whatever. But there's no two areas that look exactly the same. You know, and if you don't like it, it's simple. You can take it, you can, you know, you can take it, you can water, you know, spray some more water on it, brush it off, whatever, and start over. It's not nothing you're bound by. But as you can see, I've got the basic layout of where my salt is going to stay laid on it. Just a couple little spots here, and I'll be ready to go let it dry, and then I'll come in with the next video and show you, you know, a little bit more about it. I might go ahead and skip the next step and go ahead and paint it, and then I'll show you the paint removal process, which is even easier than this because all it involves is rinsing it with water. A lot of people will brush them off. I don't like doing that because I'm afraid it takes too much of the paint off, and I would rather just take it and rinse it with water and let the salt pull the paint itself off and keep, you know, what's there. But as you can see, I've got a salted weathered cab. After it dries, it will leave a white residue, and when you paint it and the salt comes off, it will leave that same white residue there, so it looks really amazing. But that's it for this video, and I will come back in next video with it painted. Like I said, it's a very easy method. Anybody can do it. In fact, I feel like my 5-year-olds in their playing could do it if they really wanted to. So any of y'all that say you can't, you don't know till you try. Alright, bye.